Hey guys, so today I'm gonna do something different and I'm gonna do a get ready with me video. I'm really bad at multitasking and I don't usually talk while I do my makeup, so we'll see how this works. I'm also just realizing that I'm not gonna be wearing my glasses during this video, so I can't really see myself. And you've also never seen me without my glasses, so that's cool. So today, I just wanted to talk about something that's kind of related to me doing my makeup. Which is basically, I was thinking a little while ago about gender and gender expression. I was kind of thinking of myself in terms of my gender from like birth to now and how much has changed. Because I was trying to like figure out why these things changed as much as they did. So like when you're a child and you're assigned female at birth, you're gonna get put in dresses and pink and all these, you know, traditionally girly things. That sucks, but that's what happens. And so obviously when I was born, like I was immediately just feminine by default because I didn't have a choice in it. After that, like when I started to become aware of like things I like, so I would say around like when I was like 5, I started to like really embrace femininity at that age. It is hard to talk while you're doing this, let me tell you. And I like vividly remember this incident that happened when I was in kindergarten. I would sneak in lipstick in my backpack to my little kindergarten class. It wasn't like an official rule, but you weren't really like supposed to wear makeup during school, so it was kind of like me breaking the rules to wear makeup. Some boy like found out that I was doing that and he like tried to get me in trouble for it. My aunt was kind of my role model when I was little, and I would always see her like putting like powder on her face and like putting on lipstick and stuff like that. So it came more from a place of like, hey, I see this role model in my life doing it, I'm interested in it now, which I feel like a lot of people pick up from the adults around them. At a young age, I was really into like makeup and dresses and just generally like femme things. Like I didn't feel like it was forced on me, like I felt like I was choosing, you know, how I wanted to present. And then you get to about middle school age and that internalized misogyny kicks in, and also just like general insecurity about yourself and your appearance. Around 5th or 6th grade, I decided I hate girls. I'm not like them. I like to be a tomboy and shit on girly girls. I think that did come from internalized misogyny, like obviously, like you see people talking about women and you're like, oh yeah, they suck, even though I'm one of them. And at this point, I didn't realize that I'm gay. And I think it also came from the fact that, you know, at that age, you start going through the puberty and it makes you kind of ugly. And I think I was really, really insecure about how I looked. And so I changed the way that I presented to kind of like hide myself or like draw less attention to myself. So I like gave up skirts, I gave up makeup, I gave up like all these things that I used to like. I started wearing way too big t-shirts, basketball shorts, and I really looked down on girls who did wear dresses and do their makeup and stuff. Then I really thought that I wasn't a girly girl. Like I thought my natural state was like defying gender roles or whatever. But like my presentation before I actually interacted with gender that much was that I liked girly things. And suddenly in middle school, I just rejected all of it and I said, this is who I am. And as much of a high horse as I was on about that, I didn't feel good about myself. I felt jealous of girls who could dress really feminine and look pretty. And I remember this one time there was a Valentine's Day dance at my middle school. I wore a dress and some makeup to it and I looked horrible. Like I did not know what I was doing, but I wrote in my diary that I felt pretty that night and that was nice because I didn't feel that way often. So like clearly I wanted to be this like pretty feminine girl, but something was in the way, and that was myself and also society telling me that women suck and that I should look down on them. It's so easy to not understand your gender when all these factors are going into it and you're like being told what to do, but then you feel like you have to reject it because that's what you're expected to do. But like really, I liked being feminine when I was younger. I just didn't feel good when I was rejecting femininity. Like that's not what I wanted to look like, and I felt like there was this huge disconnect between how I looked and how I felt about myself. Then in high school, you know, you start to figure yourself out a little bit more. I started dressing a little bit more femininely. Like, I still didn't know what I was doing, but I was trying it out. I came to really like it, and I didn't really get good at doing makeup or anything during high school, but I was like getting there. And I feel like by senior year, I had really figured my stuff out, and I really had come to terms with what I liked. But it was interesting because at that time I was in a relationship with a very femme girl, which made me kind of like the butch in the couple. Not that like there has to be like a butch and a femme in lesbian relationships, but like, you know, one of us looked more feminine than the other. And by the time I got to college, I feel like I really had it figured out, and I was dressing femininely, and I was feeling good about it, and I was like doing a full face of makeup like I'm doing right now. And I'm really into just like girly things now. I like it. I feel like my default feeling about femininity is that I like it. I still dress a little masculinely too. I still consider myself a futch because I'm not like the most feminine. It's a mix, but I definitely feel like makeup and like I can wear skirts, and I just like to look mostly feminine most of the time. That feels like my baseline of where I'm at, and I had to go through some hoops to get there. But now I genuinely feel way more comfortable with myself and way more secure in my appearance than I ever did when I was presenting really apathetically toward my gender and refusing femininity. Like, I never felt good about myself when I was doing that. And now that I do makeup every day, I like it. Like, I can wear bikinis now, and I don't hate my body as much as I used to. And I think that's just because I started to embrace my gender more and just my body more, and I stopped trying to hide it, and I stopped trying to determine how I look based on misogyny. There's some days where I don't want to do all this, and that's fine, but I have a really good understanding of my gender presentation now, and that obviously can just naturally change, and it might, but right now I don't feel like I'm doing anything that's fake, and I don't feel like I'm doing anything to like meet any sort of standards besides the ones that I have for myself. But yeah, I like how I feel now. I just feel like it's worth talking about because gender is something that a lot of people struggle to figure out themselves. It's nice to question and figure out how you feel, and I definitely feel like a futch with a significant amount of feminine in it. I think it's important to talk about, and also extremely interesting. Like, when I was realizing this about myself, I was like, damn, like society really got to me. If you have any feelings about gender, if you notice anything like this about yourself, or you want to think about it and tell me, that'd be cool. I've been filming for almost 30 minutes now. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.